happened was the third base coach from the San Diego Padres was looking into our dugout, and I say, can I help you? You're looking for somebody. And he says to me, I didn't say anything to you, and I said, I know. I want to know if I could help you looking for somebody. And at this time, he's walking toward our dugout, and then he says, hey, I was looking for Alex Wood. And so at that point, Cap came over to kind of like diffuse the situation. At that point in time, I turned to Woody, and I was like, hey, Woody, Shildt is looking for you. At that point in time, Shildt started to walk back toward third base, and at that point in time, he yelled, you need to control that motherfucker. And at that point in time, I went up to the front top step and I said, excuse me, because I didn't think that was, I couldn't believe what I heard. And at that point in time, Gibson, the crew chief, decided to toss me from the game. And I say this because I think that this, his words were disproportionately unwarranted and reeked undertones of racism when he referred to me as that motherfucker, as if I to be controlled or a piece of property or enslaved. And I think it's just really important that we understand what happened tonight. And the second part that's equally disappointed is that me being tossed empowers by the umpire empowered this coach to continue to have conversations like that with people like me. And that's really unfortunate that that's what happened tonight. With that being said, I am really excited that Alyssa got her opportunity to make her Major League debut. I'm very proud of her. I think she did a really wonderful job. And we got the win, so that's the most important thing.
When he said what he said about you, who was he directing it toward?
It seemed as if he was directing it to Kapler at the time, because Kapler was close by, saying that, you need to control me, who was the motherfucker.
And did the umpires give you any explanation for why they ejected you?
When I got to the top step and I said, excuse me, and I was tossed, an umpire said to me that I was instigating. And at that point in time, I asked, I was like, this person called me a motherfucker, I'm being the instigator. There was no point in time that I used any foul language or anything along those lines toward the third base coach or the umpire.
Just to be clear, it's Mike Shildt.
Mike Shildt was the third base coach.
Which umpire was it?
Greg Gibson. Greg Gibson was the umpire.
Have you ever had many interactions with Shildt before in the past?
No, this is my first interaction with Shildt. The only other interaction I had with Shildt was I know he had a video that went viral a couple years ago in the locker room filled of with similar language. That's my only interaction with him.
Did this go back to the Duggar's stolen base, or did that have anything to do with this?
Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea. Once again, he was looking at Duggar, and I was asking him, if I could help him, and obviously he was looking for somebody because he told me he was looking for Woody, and it kind of escalated to that point, which is unfortunate.
Why was he looking for Wood?
I have no idea. No idea. Any other questions?
It's obviously.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
It'll be a big story to some respect.
No doubt.
Have you talked to Cap about what it might mean for you guys in the matchups with the Padres?
Yeah, I think Cap's fully supportive of it. I think this is just it's important that we bring awareness to this. This is unfortunately this is what exists in our world, and I think it's just it's important that we understand when we do make comments and we do take actions like this, like what that means for communities. And I think I share the story not just for myself, but I share the story for other people that look like me. And I know I've had the full support of my teammates and others that I would be letting them down if I did not share the story tonight.
To the best of your knowledge, was there any attempt to rectify the situation by Shildt or anyone on the Padres?
I don't know. I haven't had any conversations with anyone over there yet.
Thanks, Antoine.
Awesome.
Thank you, Antoine.
Thank you, Antoine. Did you get a clearer understanding, maybe, the interaction that led to Antoine's ejection?
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Antoine about it.
Obviously, it comes with some pretty heavy accusations. What are your thoughts of what Antoine said?
I trust Antoine's judgment 100%.
Have you talked to anybody on the other side?
No,
Did you hear his comment when he made it?
no.
You didn't?
Do you have any reaction to it?
I trust Antoine's judgment on the matter, and I know that Antoine was not out of control at all, and that that anything that was said to insinuate that he was is totally inappropriate. He didn't instigate any part of this.
I know you support everybody in there. How are you going to be supportive just moving forward with this in light of the situation?
I'm just going to listen to Antoine and support him 100%. That's what I'm doing right now.
He said he got tossed after he walked up the dugout steps and he said, "Excuse me." Did you hear anything else other than "excuse me"?
I mean, I went over there to find out what was going on, and what I heard was that Mike just wanted to get Alex's attention, and it doesn't sound like that's what happened. And so at this point, again, just reiterating that I trust Antoine's judgment 100%.
Why would you want Alex's attention?
I have no idea.
Something you could do to relay your feelings to Major League Baseball, because usually, a coach is fined, right? Every time he's thrown out of a game, and
Yeah.
you guys obviously think it's unjust.
Well, I definitely don't think it was appropriate for Antoine to get thrown out of that game.
Would you share that with MLB, or is that something that you wouldn't do personally?
It's definitely something that I'm going to look into. And again, like, Antoine has my 100% support.
Antoine said he hadn't heard from anyone on the other side. Just to be clear, you haven't either.
That's right.
Given the accusations against Mike Shildt, would you advocate for punishment from the league on him specifically?
I probably want to have a little bit better understanding of the entire dynamic, but at this point, I mean, I'm just going to stick with the fact that I had a conversation with Antoine. Sounds like he was thrown out of the game completely inappropriately, and I'm going to throw all my support behind him. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks again.